Well, it's a rainy day today, but that's okay. We wanted to take a look at this 56 or early 57 International Harvester. This is a very rare S series, and we'll talk about it today here on All Vehicles Great and Small. I'm your host, Tammy Walker.
We shot some of this footage on rainy days and some sunny days, so you'll see that in here. This is another viewer submission vehicle, and this is either a 1956 or an early 1957 International Harvester S-120 four-wheel drive pickup truck. This light-duty truck is a 3/4 ton. The S Series also offered a half ton and a 1 ton in panel trucks, chassis cabs, travel-alls, and bus chassis. For their 1956 model year, they just changed a few things, still keeping their 1940s cab style. The headlights were moved to the top front of the fenders, and they replaced the horizontal bar in the grille with an oval ring inside of a larger opening, and they put the parking lights into that ring. And the S Series offered the four-wheel drive option in their light-duty trucks for the first time. They were also proud of their Comfo Vision cab, offering larger side windows, a larger one-piece rear window, and available in 12 standard exterior colors and in two-tone. The Comfo Vision cab also had right side door lock, left side rear view mirror, safety glass window and windshield, ashtray, left side sun visor, floor mat, and dual right and left side vacuum controlled windshield wipers. And from that list, it looks like we're missing the mirror and part of the floor mat. The deluxe options included dual armrest, a sun visor, and locks on both doors, so this is not the deluxe option. In 1956, International Harvester decided to team up with Little Golden Activity series of children's books, and they had little stories about their vehicles in them. And for the second half of 1957, they had ended the S series and began the A Anniversary series, and they needed to revamp their line of light-duty trucks. So that was the end of the S series. Until 1977, when it reappeared on medium and heavy-duty truck lines. I don't know the original price for this truck, but I see that you can get sales from $2,200 up to almost $50,000. I found my information across many different forums, but mainly by Rich Barron. He has a Museum Classic 1956 IHS Series truck brief refresh article written about this, so check it out. And I talked earlier about that glow-in-the-dark dial. That is called radioluminescence. It's painted with luminescence paint containing radium-226. Radium was invented by Marie and Pierre Curie in 1898, and it was soon combined into paints to be used on clocks, airplane instruments, and watches. Radioluminescence was used up until the 1970s, when it was replaced by a safer titanium-based material, and in the mid-1990s, a non-toxic, non-radioactive photoluminescence materials were used. International Harvester Company was founded in 1902. Navistar International Corporation took it over in 1986, and in 2021, a subsidiary of Traton took it over, which means it is part of the Volkswagen Group. We missed out on the engine footage we usually get, so here's a little information on this engine. And the heart of this beast was the Black Diamond. It was a 240 cubic inch inline 6-cylinder engine. International also had red diamond engines, green, and silver diamond. But I think only the black diamond existed for this truck series. This had a 6-volt electronical operating system, vacuum-controlled windshield wipers, and a 10-inch clutch. And I read that the black diamond also came in a 308 cubic inch displacement.
For the 1956 International Harvester, they actually changed the grill up and added these marker lights. We've got our chrome bezeled headlights. We've got our cattle guard. And then this hood opens either to the right or left. We'll show a little bit of that a little bit later. We'll come around. This is an old farm truck. The bed is out in the field, and we'll show you that bed right here for a little video clip.
And here we found the tail end of that international truck. It has been turned into a trailer, but it is still here on the same ranch. So it could be put back together and reunited.
All right, let's take a look at it. There's not much left over the years. Here we have our gas, and our gas tank is not behind the seat on this truck. It's actually right here. We've got our step, and this is an upgraded model because it has the armrest. I can tell you that from reading. Here we got our window open closer, our doors, and let's see if there's a key lock. This one doesn't have the key lock here, so I'm going to guess it's on the passenger side. We'll come inside. Oh, let's take a walk around actually. The drip rail here.
I'm talking about here about how this back window was replaced with a larger one-piece window, but it seemed kind of small to me still.
All right, we just have the old wood bed that someone put on this later. Come down here, take a look.
Heavy duty.
It's a heavy duty. And we've got the leaf spring suspension. We've got our exhaust system. We'll come over, take a look at this door. Yes, this has the lock in it on this side. I love how these doors open a little bit farther out. We got these big hinges on them. This is the S-120 series. Big old fenders. And this is also four-wheel drive. So here, to activate your four-wheel drive, you would turn this here, and then you'd go inside and put it into their gear shift into four-wheel drive. It's cold. I'm trying to do it quickly. All right.
Cattle guard is aftermarket.
Yeah, the cattle guard is aftermarket. Now to open this, there's a hook here. There's a hook here. So for this side, we would jiggle this open and open it. I'll put the video here in.
Hold that down.
Yeah, hold this down.
All right.
There you go.
Now let's take a look inside. Let's talk about this real quick. This is where your rear view mirror would go. Okay. And we'll pop in. It's very common to have gun racks in old trucks. It's something you don't see very often anymore. Okay, I'll come in like this. We've got our fuel gauge, temperature gauge, oil generator. And it's got this really interesting stuff. We've got this really interesting, it's like glow in the dark. I'll look and see what this is called. We've got our speedometer here. Looks like a little aftermarket. Maybe it says RPM. Can't tell. Our steering column, steering wheel, honk honk. Our turn indicators. And let's see, we've got our lights, our choke, our throttle. Not sure. Got our ash can. And then it says our transmission. First, second, neutral, third, fourth, reverse. Transfer case, high, neutral, low. And control front axle on and off. And then here, this would be where your radio would go. This is just a little extra plate. And we've got our glove box. Almost jumped there. Here's our shifters and our heater core. And this is how we could turn our heat and defroster on. And we'll come down and we've got our clutch, our brake, and our gas. And then this is the bright indicator. Turn that on and off. And it's just a regular key ignition switch. And let's take a look up here. Look like the visor's about had it. The headliner's gone. Let's come over this way. And I noticed there was a little cab light right here. And what's behind the seat? Not much. If you have any comments or stories you'd like to add about this truck, we would love to hear from you. Please leave it in the comment section down below. And remember to like and subscribe to our channel. It really helps us out. We have a lot of great cars we want to show you in the future. And thanks for stopping in. Have a good one.